and welcome to Unews. I'm Carolina Sarassa, and thank you for being with us today. And we begin this hour with the impeachment inquiry. A senior advisor to Vice President Mike Pence is testifying today. Jennifer Williams is the first person on Pence. Meanwhile, Democrats are stepping up the pressure on President Trump, announcing the first public impeachment inquiry hearings next week. Claudia Uceda has been tracking the story and is standing by from Washington. Claudia.
President Trump to request the whistleblower to testify publicly or privately, and Trump is asking for Joe Biden and his son to do the same. In Washington, I'm Claudia Uceda. Now, back to you.
Thank you, Claudia, for that reporting. With public televised hearings set to begin next week, here's a preview of what to expect. President Donald Trump has been ordered by a New York State judge to pay $2 million to a group of nonprofit organizations. It is a shift in voter preference is apparent in one Atlanta suburb. The area used to favor Republicans, but as Rafael Rodriguez reports, voters are changing their minds. This could cause a shakeup up next November. A new poll shows a tight four-way race in Iowa for the Democratic presidential nomination. The massacre of a family in Mexico. Services are being held today for members of the Mormon family allegedly killed by a drug cartel on Monday. The victims were part of a fundamentalist sect in Mexico. Claudia Zurita has the latest.
Around 100 vehicles from Chihuahua and the United States have arrived for today's funeral services. In Mexico City, Claudia Zurita, Unews.
Thank you, Claudia. And today we also have details about some of the children who survived the ambush. It appears quick thinking from one mother saved her baby's life. That baby was found inside the vehicle hours later. Romina Leon has more details. And coming up, a new safety report revealed on the mainland. The Midwest is dealing with a winter blast. The storm system has already brought half a foot of snow to some areas and a deep freeze too. Now that storm is heading for the northeast. Jorge Hernandez has the latest. In Arizona, a new government report is criticizing Uber for its role in a deadly crash involving one of its self-driving cars. The crash happened back in 2018, and the National Transportation Safety Board is now releasing the conclusions from the investigation. Birute Murungi reports. And in New York, a new setback for the Trump administration. A judge has overturned a rule that was designed to protect religious freedoms, but those who oppose it say that rule endangered many patients. Peggy Carranza has all the details. Rico FBI agents arrested Senator Abel Nazario Quiñones in a bribery and corruption case. He was News. It's been 3 months since a massive ice raid in Mississippi impacted an entire community. Authorities arrested hundreds of workers at 7 chicken plants. Today, many of those affected spoke at a congressional hearing. They talk about the impact the raid had on their lives and the local economy. Lorraine Casares has those details.
Months for hundreds of families that are coming to this search for financial support. As you can see back here, they get their bills paid, also their rent, and they can also come here to get basic supplies, baby food, diapers, and basic necessities to be able to survive the next few months.
And coming up next, new details. Welcome back to Unews. A man has been arrested in the case of a New Hampshire couple found dead on a Texas beach last week. Adams in a hate crime charge has been filed against a man accused of splashing battery acid on the face of a Latino man. The altercation happened last week following a dispute over a parking spot. Paula Byron has more. And coming up, we have details on a deadly migrant fire on protesters in Florida's Python problem. And welcome back to Unews. Boeing is getting ready to invest at least $1 billion in new programs to help make pilots better. The aircraft company is planning to launch what it calls a global aviation safety. Florida has a python problem. The Burmese python are taking over the Everglades in the south and moving north. Unews caught up with some of the people who go hunting for these massive reptiles. Jose Garcia has more details. And up next, Sesame Street And Sesame Street is turning 50 years old, and we have a message from some of the folks from the legendary children's show about how they're celebrating this big milestone.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nina from Sesame Street, and I'm here with my friends who I think you know.
Yeah, hello, this is Elmo. See, and I'm Rosita. Hola.
Yes, we're here celebrating 50 years of educating kids and helping them grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
That's true. Yeah.
What have you guys learned?
Well, I'm gonna learn that treat everybody with respect.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very important to be kind. Yeah,
Yes, to be kind. It's a big one.
Yeah.
So Sesame Street has done a lot of things. There's actually Sesame Street in the Communities, which is an outreach website that's very helpful, provides resources to families who are in difficult situations, maybe homeless, or with military families dealing with different things. There's also
changes.
changes at home and all of that. It's a great place. You can find storybooks and games and all of this great stuff that can help you talk to your kids or talk to somebody in your neighborhood or community that might need a little help.
True.
There's also we're honored we have a Kennedy Center honors.
That's
right? Yeah.
We're going to the Kennedy Center.
Kennedy Center. Yeah.
We are.
We're actually the first TV show to ever be nominated ever. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, and it's a huge honor, and we're super excited about that.
Really excited.
Yeah.
Are we gonna sing?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, you guys sang at Jazz at Lincoln Center. That was another thing we did to celebrate the 50th. Oh, also, you can watch our special, which is November 9th on HBO at 7, and then again on PBS on November 17th at 7.
Wow, we're busy.
Yeah, we're super busy, and that is hosted by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and we'll have friends like
Whoopi Goldberg,
Patty LaBelle, Nora Jones.
Dave Grohl.
Yeah, Dave Grohl. So many awesome people.
Sure.
Yeah, see you there.
In headlines again, this after-school teacher remakes her song to help students. Sabrina Alvarez has more details.
Even Lizzo herself praised the second-grade teacher on Twitter. She replied to a tweet saying, "You're right, this is the best thing I've watched today." Lizzo's Truth Hurts made history last month as the longest-running #1 single from a female rap artist. And now, thanks to Malari and her little artist, the song is getting a second round of viral attention.
So much fun. What a creative way to make things fun, especially for students. And has these teachers, Sabrina, made other remixes for the past to her students?
Actually, yes. She's been teaching at this school district for over 6 years, and every year she picks a popular song and changes the lyrics a little bit and puts her own twist to it.
And now talking about social media, talk to us about other people who are also trending on that special social media.
Yes, rapper T.I. has been highly criticized on social media after appearing on the podcast Ladies Like Us. T.I. was asked whether he talked about sex with his daughters, and he replied by admitting he goes on annual visits to the gynecologist with his daughter, Deja Harris, to find if her hymen is intact. The rapper's comments didn't fit well with social media users, saying his actions are totally uncalled for and even abusive. Deja, who is now 18 years old, has not commented publicly, but she has liked several of her dad's critics on Twitter.
And the story is kind of shocking, especially to see it on social media. Have you seen any positive reactions on social media regarding his comments?
Actually, a lot of people have not commented positively on his response in this podcast. They're not calling it caring parenting at all. There's been a lot of backlash saying that it's an invasion of privacy, considering that his daughter is 18 years old, and also that it's considered a double standard.
It is. And now another story also making headlines has to do with the famous Teletón. Talk to us about that.
Yes, the Teletón Foundation in Chile decided to suspend their traditional fundraising event to help disabled children due to the nationwide basically they're looking to.
Well, of course, we continue to monitor that situation, but I know you also have some information about Shakira and the Super Bowl, right?
Yes, and finally, Caro, Colombian pop star Shakira hopes to make her performance at the 2020 Super Bowl
security for Miami for that huge event that will bring a lot of visitors and a lot of people, because unfortunately in Miami-Dade, it is the home of many of the cases of sexual assault and all those things. So thank God that we have security for that.
Yes.
Lina, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow. It is finally Friday here at Unews. Hasta mañana, and thank you for watching.